before we get started, I'd like you to take a moment and set an intention, which simply means close your eyes, remember why you're doing this, why have you stopped everything in your day to put time into yourself, to heal, to strengthen, to prep, to whatever it is. Just take a moment for yourself. Your workout will be more effective if you remember why you're doing it. So just take a moment to relax and think about that. And once you have that thought of, I am doing this because I want to be, I want to feel, I want to remember that I am strong, that I am capable, whatever it is, keep it in your head because you'll come back to it throughout the workout when things are a little bit more challenging. So let's start with just a thoracic warm-up. So coming onto all fours, relax those feet. We're going to bring one hand behind the head and we're going to just rotate through elbow to wrist. Elbow comes up. I like to inhale down, exhale up, but maybe you like to exhale down, inhale. It's all about just getting those ribs to move. So we're just going to do a few here. Maybe one more. Notice where your weight is. Are you sitting all the way back like I was? There's no wrong or right now. It's just about warming up. Nice and easy. You can take these quick, you can take them slow. However it feels good for you today. Good, last one. Okay, so we're gonna move into that like waterfall breath. You can grab a tool, put it into that belly so that it's sitting into the rib cage, and we're gonna lean over, get that pressure into the belly so that when we inhale, we feel that expansion in the back, okay? I want you to notice where your head is. I don't want it crushed here because then you have no space in your neck. So a long neck, just a few big inhales, soft exhales. And as you're doing these inhales, we're not doing the waterfall yet, so take a moment as you're inhaling to notice if you find any sticking points. I have some very specific spots that are always in my back. Until I exercise and relax and find time for them, I'm going to shift myself forward a little bit. Okay, so you know where those sticking points are. We're going to take our waterfall inhale now. So it's an inhale, hold, inhale, hold, inhale a little deeper, hold and relax. Good, shake out that head. Big inhale. Feel that release of tension. Hold the expansion. Inhale deeper. Hold that expansion. We're trying to get those ribs to get really wide. Hold. Last one. Relax. Okay, we're going to do one more. If your feet are crossed like mine, cross them the other way. Big inhale. Hold. Inhale deeper. Hold. Last inhale. Hold, hold, hold. Now try to keep those ribs wide as you exhale and let just the belly fall away. Good. Okay. So pop that ball away. We don't need that anymore. We're just going to move into a bird dog now. You know a bird dog. I'm sure you do. So the goal is shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You're going to inhale with everything on the ground. I like to tuck my toes so that it keeps my everything just a little bit more aligned. You can do what works for you. Here, I want you to think about not falling into your chest. Okay, we're pushing away. Imagine wrapping those elbows. We're not locking it out. Okay, no locked out elbows. We're not going to use our joints as strength. We're going to use our muscles to support ourselves. So soft elbows, but rolled underneath, pushing through the shoulders. Inhale here, exhale to lift hand and leg and reach. I don't have a lot of space. And return, inhale. I'm going to use my timer. Otherwise, we're going to be here for like 5 minutes as I just chat away. So this is a nice, easy core warm-up. If you're feeling really wobbly, it's probably because you're not using that exhale to engage that stable core. So arm is going right up towards your ear, foot is going right behind you. In about 15 seconds, we're going to shift that and go out to the side for both of them. Another one that you can take as long as you want. You can be super slow. The slower, the harder, as in most things. Okay, last one here. Staying on those hands and knees. You're going to reach and then you're going to pull sideways. So knees coming towards armpit, elbows coming towards waist. And then stretch. Big inhale to stretch, exhale to pull sideways. So really press through this hand. Try to keep that knee balanced. I should have moved that bench. Exhale to pull. Inhale, knee points to the ground. Exhale, knee starts to rotate out towards the wall, towards the armpit. Good, one more. And reach. Good, and we'll switch sides. So rebalance. So we inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. So you're getting quite a bit of rotation in that hip. It's okay if it feels a little wonky here. Sending the arm and the leg out to the side feels a little weird. Okay, last one, reach and pull. Good. Okay, so this one you know well. You've done it before. I like to use a ball. You don't have to. Between my knees. I'll do it without the ball just so that you remember you can. Okay, first we're going to focus on that bear, which is basically just this, but we're going to lift those knees. Give myself a tiny bit more space. So we have a long spine from the top of the head to that tailbone, nice and long. I have a camera so I can actually check my length. So we have a big inhale here. Exhale. We can hover those knees. Now on your inhale, you're going to push through those hands. Inhale back. Exhale. Let that engagement be what pushes you forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Set my timer. So we're pushing back. Then exhale, lift through that pelvic floor. Let the belly come back towards the spine. It creates support for the spine as you come forward. Inhale back. And feel free to push yourself forward, like rock through those arms. Don't be afraid to move. It's always good to move. Good, we're gonna do one more. Good. Okay. Good for the warm-up. We're going to move to standing. Be great to grab like a chair, or if you're by your bed, or if you have a bench, that's what you're going to need next. Okay. Okay, we are moving into a squat variation. So just getting you to feel comfortable sitting back and then moving forward. Okay, so we're going to think about using our exhales to propel us. Don't need the towel yet. So what that's going to look like is we're going to inhale down, and we're going to sit fully to begin with. As you exhale, you're going to come up. Okay, I'm coming up onto my toes for the first 30 seconds. Let's just start with that. Okay, so it's inhale back. I'm going to scoot myself back a little bit. You can sit all the way down if you want, because it can help us feel that release of tension and then use our exhale to feel the power. If you want to just tap, that's okay. I just want to make sure you don't wind up sticking the booty back and being like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And then falling forward. Okay, so let's just start with us sit back, up, tall onto the toes, okay? Thinking about keeping that tailbone towards the ground. We're not squeezing and clenching the glutes to tuck ourselves underneath. We are thinking about lifting from the front. Rib cage is over pelvis, okay? So we're not falling forward. We're not tucked to be straight. We're women, we can have curves, it's okay. But imagine that your pubic bone and hip bones are on the same plane, okay? So they're not falling forward, tipping forward, and they're not being tucked underneath, okay? They're on the same plane, okay? That's, I think, one of the best ways to think of it. Because some of us have a booty, some of us have a belly. We have shape, it's okay. So think about tailbone down, pubic bone, hip bones, kind of in a similar plane, okay? Not tipped in funky ways. Okay. My door's open because there's not enough light in my house and there's a game happening. So we'll see how much cheering we hear. If there's cheering, it's for us. So just know. All right. So we're going to sit back. Ready? We're inhale down, exhale to come up. Inhale down. Okay. You're going to find all your spots where you feel uncomfortable and it's going to be weird and you're going to be like, it's okay. Make noise. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. My bench is squeaking. So inhaling, feel that release of tension. Exhale, you feel tall. Good. We're going to do another 10 seconds. We're going to do this in a second round. Last one. Good. Big inhale, release. Okay. Hopefully you felt great. Fantastic is what I'm sure you're saying. I feel like a new person, right? Okay. Here's where we need a weight. We're going to do a squat with a halo. So a halo is simply moving that around like you're drawing a halo over your head. Okay, so we're having normal, easygoing, not super narrow. We're not going wide. Just whatever your natural hip width is, slightly bigger, wherever it's comfy. We're gonna squat, inhale down, exhale, come around, inhale down, exhale. So reversing that halo. So same sort of thing. Thinking about pulling from the top of your head, ribs stay over hips. Great. You can go slow. I wouldn't go any faster than this though. Too fast and we lose our breath. I'm sure the breathing feels extra uncomfortable to you since my mic is right there. All right, we've got 12 seconds to go. This will feel different based on however much weight you're holding. Good, one more. Excellent, okay. So deep breath, sip of water if you need it. We're gonna move into an alternating lunge. So I'm going to turn to the side with a wood chop swing. I know, you're like, what? So it's basically, this is coming back with you. You're going to switch, come back. Okay, so it's an alternating lunge. One, but the weight is going to come back. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully that won't feel too weird. If it does, that's okay. That's good. Your brain's gonna learn something new. Okay, so a weight in your hand. You're gonna sit back. So as you're coming back into those lunges, make sure the belly isn't falling too far forward. I was wondering why it felt so weird. My shirt's been tucked in the entire time. Oh yeah, because of the bears. So we're not falling forward as we're coming down. Do you see that? How everything's falling forward? We're staying upright. Okay, up. Also, you don't have to go super low. It can be a pretty short stance and not very deep. Good, another 10 seconds. Exhale to stand tall. Last one each side. Excellent. We're getting this done. Okay, so deep breath. 30-second recovery. Go. Sip of water. This is better than working with me in the gym, isn't it? Because you get to hear all my weird commentary and watch me out of breath. Yeah. Okay, where are we? All right. We're going to go back to that squat with the bench. But I want you to see how it feels to jump. Okay? Don't be afraid of jumping. The exhale, if you're using it, lifting, hugging that core, it's going to keep pressure from popping, pushing down. Okay? So make sure you use your exhale. Lift, wrap. Keep those ribs wide, okay? If we have scrunched ribs and we lift from here, that belly's just gonna pop through the middle and you're gonna get back pain. It's not gonna feel good, okay? So, here we go. It's an inhale down. Get those feet where you're comfy. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale. Use those hands to push you up. 2. Good, you've got it. How's it feeling? Hopefully great. Roll through those feet. That's how I like to do it. That's my dancer background. I don't like landing. It's hard. Good. We're gonna take another 10 seconds. You've got this. Good, we have 5, 3, last one. Awesome. You did it. Well done. Okay, squat with a halo. Grab that weight. If this doesn't feel good on your back and you're like, I feel like I'm always arching, okay? Here's a modification. Sitting back on those knees. Do I like it tucked? I like it tucked. Tuck the toes. So you can inhale, exhale to come up. So what that does is it just turns on the back of the leg a little more. So it's easier to have ribs over hips. Yeah, so inhale down, exhale up. Actually, I like both. You can tuck the toes too. So if that's more comfortable, do that. Or follow me for these squats. Okay, comfy, comfy. Inhale down, exhale. So as we're coming up, we're not locking through the knees, not locking through the pelvis. Locking means snapping into position, okay? We're letting our muscles lengthen, pulling tall through our skeleton with muscle. Not by snapping into really tender joints, okay? We gotta be careful with our joints, tendons and ligaments. So use those muscles. If this is too easy, grab a heavier weight. Make sure as you're creating that halo that you're not flaring the rib. You're not opening a lot. Okay, staying right in the same spot every time. Okay, one more each side. Great. Okay, right into those alternating lunges with the swing. You got it? You ready? Let's do it. All right, we inhale down. Exhale up. Gonna lose track of my breathing. Usually means I'm going too fast. Good, really press through that front foot. The back foot is definitely launching you up, but you should be fully stable on that front leg, whatever leg is front. Good, we've got about 15 seconds. Boy, this is a long 15 seconds, let me tell you. All right, we've got 4. And 2, last one. Yes. Upper body time. So, your weights are essential now. Though you can still do this without weight if you really want to. But if you don't have dumbbells, you know, like grab a sack of, what do we have in the house? Rice. Sack of rice would be great. We are going to go to a row. So depending on what you have, okay, you can do a row just from the ground, okay? On all fours, you can row. If you have a bench though, put one knee, same arm, same leg on the bench. This allows you to have a little bit more of a reach, really extending that arm. Okay, I'm not going to use the heavy weight because I've got to talk you through it. Just reminding myself. Okay, so whatever position you want on the ground, if you have a bench or a bed or a chair, you can always put a knee on the chair and then hold on to the back. You'll be a little more upright. But as long as you're not pulling, sorry, my hair's on the mic. As long as you're not pulling up here, okay? If you're pulling elbow to ear, you're gonna create neck tension. So wherever you are, you're thinking about pulling elbow towards the waist, towards the hip, and that weight follows. Okay, so we're not coming up here, all right? We are going to exhale, pull to the waist. All right, let's do it officially. Here we go. Long spine. Exhale to pull that weight. Exhale. So this is so important to let your core lead you. Exhale, pull the weight. If we start pulling before that core fires, we are miscommunicating with our brain and our muscles. Who needs to be the foundational muscle? This isn't even a heavy weight, and I can already feel it. You should feel that shoulder blade kind of slide back and then slide towards your spine. Slide out, slide towards the spine. Good, we're gonna do one more. Good, let's switch sides. I'm not gonna pull the bench out. I'm just gonna flip around. You do what works for you. Okay. So find that long spine, reach as far as is comfortable, and then exhale, pull towards the waist, towards the hip. Inhale to release, exhale, pull. Good. Notice if you're feeling any tension anywhere. That's not normal, right? Something where you're like, why does this hurt? whatever it is, send me an email, send me a text. We can talk about it soon. Good, we're gonna do one more. And pull, excellent. Okay, moving to the mat with a weight. Actually, 2 weights if you have them. I said 1 weight earlier, didn't I? And I forgot about this one exercise. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna do it anyways. Hopefully you have 2 weights. So you can go heavier. This is a little bit more challenging than to pull. Pushing can usually be a little harder, okay? But either way, feet are on the ground. Close to the butt. We're not laying out here like this. Elbows are at not 90, not close to the chest, but at 45. I'm gonna try not to hit this bench. Maybe I should move the bench. What do you think? Probably not. Okay. Let's see. Is it gonna be in the way? No, it's fine. Oh wow, look at that lens flare. We better hurry up. Okay, so exhale, you're gonna push, inhale down. You're reaching for the ceiling. Good, we're gonna do about 10 reps, that's each side. So this is 4 reach. 5, 4, 5. Getting a little bit of movement in that rib cage as you reach. We're at 7. Imagine just punching towards the ceiling. We have 9. Shoulders can stay on the ground when they're not moving. 10. 10. Okay, if you have, more than 10-pound weights, you're gonna be feeling that one. Okay, remind me what I'm doing next. Pull over, 1 weight. Kettlebells are great for this if you have kettlebells. And if you don't, it's okay. So we are reaching. This one, it's really key to think about lifting through that pelvic floor, wrapping that core, and those ribs stay down, especially as the arm comes up, okay? Because it's easy for the ribs to want to move with the arm. And we want the ribs to stay down to keep control of that core. So we are going to exhale to pull this weight towards our belly button. So big inhale to begin. Exhale to pull. Inhale as far as you can hold it, okay? If you start to feel those ribs lift, it's too far, okay? So every exhale, you're feeling that the 2 sides of the abs coming together. You can always put a ball or a pillow between those knees. Imagine the hip bones coming in and giving each other a kiss. Everything's just perfectly connected to give you as much control as you need. Those arms just float through their sockets, shoulder blades float through, core stays stable. We're going to do 4 more. Good, we've got 2. And 1. Okay, how'd that feel? Hopefully good. Hopefully you're like, man, I've got a core now. Everything's working now. Okay, we're gonna go right back. This is not hard enough for us to really need a break. So we're moving right back into it. Inhale here, exhale, pull. Of course, if you need a break, you pause, you get some water. I am the person that has a hard time resting. And that's not really helpful if you're lifting really heavy. Okay, once you're lifting heavy, you need those breaks. But if we're lifting light and we're just building muscle connection, muscle contractions in new patterns, then moving consistently is not a problem. But break when you need to. Imagine that weight coming towards the waist. Elbow comes straight back. We're not pulling out to the side. We're not tucking it in. Straight back. I'm not counting. I don't have a timer. We're at my whims and fancies. We're gonna do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, flip it around. Flipperoo. Here we go. Upper body is almost done. Then we've got a little combo, which you've seen before, or if you haven't, you will now. Good. So make sure that back isn't starting to arch. You have a long spine. Belly is coming back to support that spine. Ribs are expanding with inhales, staying wide on exhales, and the belly is doing the deep ab core muscles are doing their job. Muscles in those ribs are turning on as we lengthen and as we pull. Okay, we've got some fun muscles in there as long as we're getting a full range of motion. We're getting close to the end because my arm is getting tired. I'm sure you can feel it too. Okay, we're going for 3 more. If you think I miscounted, which I'm sure I did, feel free to throw a few more in. Okay, back to the mat. Almost done. Here we go. We are, if you would like to up level this a little bit, you can always press into a bridge. So make sure you're not tucking. Nice and long. Reach. 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 4. I'm counting. Can you hear me? Good. If you're up on those feet, really press through the whole foot. Not just the heels. Okay, we're going for 1 more. 1 more press and press. Excellent. Okay, 1 weight. Here we go. Okay. Readjust. Make sure you're not going to smash anything. Pull. Again, if this feels really hard and you just can't feel that lower core, put that ball between the knees or between the thighs, really. And every exhale, you're going to squeeze. Let those arms float. Core stays right where it is. Torso stays right where it is, connected to the floor. Good. We're going to call this 8 and 9 and 10. Again, if you really want to up level, tell me and we'll add in some weights, okay? Next time I see you. So this one is hard. And this one I will use a timer for. All right, move the weights. Get yourself organized, Madeline. Get yourself organized. Okay, so we're going to combine a bunch of stuff that we've done. You're going to be like, we haven't done any of those things. But we've done it all. And now we're just going to put it into one combo move. I'll show you the 2 parts and then we'll put them together for a minute. Okay. So the first part is, you know, this one. This one is the bear. Okay. But we're going to add a shoulder tap. If you're really concerned, you're like, I don't know, then just give me the deepest core activation you've got. Tap, tap. Okay, you don't have to hover the knees. It's not a requirement. If you feel that deep activation, press, press, then great. After that, we're going to step up into a knee. It's called the kneeling get up. Okay, so we're on those feet. It's like a really deep squat. And then we're going to pull ourselves back down. Okay, reset. Tap, tap. Yes, this is fine to do if you are early in pregnancy, if you are recovering postpartum, if you are hypermobile, if you are a human being, you can do this because you are strong. Don't doubt it. Okay, so I would ask if you had questions, but you're just gonna have to follow along. And next time I see you, let me know if you have questions. Okay, so you got this. We're starting on those hands and knees. Exhale, tap, tap, under, drop that bottom, come up. It's kind of like a catcher's, this is called a catcher squat, where they go like this. Okay, but you can call it whatever you want. Getting up off the ground, squat. So I like to exhale, inhale, exhale to come up. Exhale to come back. Inhales where it's needed. Also know that you can inhale with an engaged core. That's how I am talking to you while I'm doing this. Good, you've got 10 seconds to go. Tap, tap, last one. Come back, good. Okay, stretch out those legs. What minute are we at? We have so much time. We're gonna do it one more time. Sip of water. Not the whole workout, just that one piece. Okay. Shake it out. My legs need the blood to move through them. Get really achy legs when I do a lot of squats and sit and pinch my knees and stuff. So I told myself I wasn't going to wear this shirt again because I think it's made of plastic and it makes me sweat like crazy. Also, it's like 80 degrees in here, so that's another reason I should not have worn this shirt. Okay, let's do it. One more minute. We've got this. We've got this. Cool down after this, all right? So long spine. Pressing through those hands. Wrapping those elbows, not locking them out. Hips are over those knees. Tuck those toes. Big inhale. Shoulder, shoulder. Foot, foot. Drop the butt. Inhale back or exhale. You know what? I know I'm always cueing breath. I'm just going to chat so that I don't. You do what works for you. Trust that your body knows how to support itself. You've had plenty of training by now. You know that you should inhale into those ribs. Look at me. I said I wasn't going to coach you. That's my job, though. Okay, keep those ribs wide. Exhale. Let the lower belly and the rest of the belly do its job. The ribs will come down without you even needing to tell them. Good, you've got about 10 seconds to go. Last one, here we go, tap. Or wherever you are. Okay, come back. And relax. Beautiful, okay. One leg forward. And just rotate through that foot. Imagine that tailbone still pointing down. Good, sit back. Wiggle those hips. Toes to the ceiling, toes to the ground. Just find those sticky spots. And then find a moment of stillness wherever it feels comfortable. Just to breathe. Come back to that intention and say, oh yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I did this today. I'm leaving this workout a little bit stronger, a little bit more clear-headed, a whole lot more connected to your body. Oh, I feel great. I hope you do too. I know that you might be like, you know what, I need a little more. Start that video over again. Let's do it again. You can listen to all of my random commentary. It'll be wonderful. Okay, but as you're going through this, and if there's anything that you're like, oh, this is really hard, or this does not feel good, make a note of it. Send me an email, send me a text. I want to know, let's connect, let's see what's going on. Because ultimately, the goal is to get you feeling really comfortable in any movement pattern, because you have that connection here. We're always going to have weird things. I've always had a funky, weird hip. I can't get past my flared shoulder. But it's not hindering me from doing things, usually. So connect. Okay, let's do actually from here. Get that back opened up just a tiny bit. We're going to reach under, reach up. 3 each side. Feel free to wiggle the hips, find spaces, and take your time. And just breathe wherever it's comfortable. Last one on this side. Okay. And then we reach under. And we reach up. And under. And up. Last one. And up. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Awesome job. I'm so excited to connect again soon. Hopefully my hair has not ruined all of the sound. I should have put it up, but you know, we make our choices. So I'll see you soon.